Nor, what did you think of the world?
I give the world a solid 7 out of 10. I thought it was magical right from the start. The prologue painted this beautiful picture for me, and I was like fully invested in this book right from the start. I was like, "Oh yeah, this is gonna be a fun time." I can already picture Elantris. I thought about Elantris repeatedly when I would close the book and go to sleep. This is a perfect bedside book, by the way. Just
Yeah,
throwing that out there.
it
This was
really is.
great for this worked wonders for my sleep, and I don't mean that this book put me to sleep. I just mean that it eased me into sleep, and it made my dreams warm and fuzzy, and it was awesome. But uh, so yeah, if you're looking for something to fall asleep to, read this book.
What's funny is so we're both I guess I'm still finishing it up. You already finished it. Reading Watchmen, the Watchmen comic, and I went from reading Elantris to fall asleep to like now I'm reading Watchmen, which if you haven't read it yet, go read it. It's incredible, but we're gonna talk about it next episode. And it's a very different sort of put you to sleep book. It's more of a, oh, close it and put it down and just go, whew, okay, time for bed. And I mean, I'm with you. I definitely felt eased to sleep by Elantris, by the world. I mean, I also gave it a 7 out of 10. This is weird to say. It felt like a very small world. We hear about the Empire, about what are they called? What is the Empire called? The
The Fjorden.
the Fjorden, yes. You hear about the Fjorden Empire, yet you see them a little bit, but to be honest, the world feels quite small. Yet at the same time, I was more attached to this world than I was in Mistborn. And I
Yes.
want to. Do you agree with that? Because I think
Yes.
Elantris as
Yes.
a city felt so alive and specific in the architecture, the sludge, the slime, the cleaning it up, the just some of the characteristics of the world were far more like I liked obviously Alamancy a lot more than the magic here, but the world itself to me had a lot more character. Now, what do you agree with that?
I was gonna say that as far as it pertains to the world itself, Elantris is. I like Elantris more than I did Mistborn, or I like this world more than I did the world of Mistborn. The magic
Yeah.
system, I think Mistborn does it significantly better. It's a lot more nuanced and more complex in its simplicity, if that makes sense. But here, the world just felt so alive, and like I said, right from the first page starts talking about the city of Elantris and its people, and you can picture it right away, and it just feels magical. Magical, I think, is the word that stuck with me after I was done with this book. I just keep thinking about Elantris as the place. Even the name itself kind of elicits that magical feeling, which apparently Sanderson wanted to name this book Adonis. And then he was told that Adonis, was already taken. It's it's a name. It's taken. So he came up with Elantris. Um,
That's really funny. No,
like he
Elantris
finished
is a
the whole
great name.
book.
I agree.
He finished the whole book as in The Curse of Adonis or something like that.
I
But
mean, like I think fantasy 101 is if you're going to have your story take place in another world or another fantastical situation, it needs to be relevant. It needs to you can't just be like, I think it'd be neat if it just be in a different world. It needs to be part of the story in some sort of fashion, in a way that can't exist in the real world. And I mean, that's exactly what we see here. I mean, talking about this, we're talking about it like the world is not a 7 out of 10, but higher. So I think I mean, I don't know. I I'm looking at it now and like just remembering this is the map. If you're just listening, you can't see it. And I'm just remembering how one of the keys to the story is literally the shape of the map, is drawing that out onto the whatever, the magic system. Because the magic system is drawing, is right. You draw in the air and are connecting to the door. And literally the changing landscape needs to be reflected in the magic system and how you draw your characters. and that's super cool. That's just like really neat. And yeah, I don't know. I really connected with that. Um, and be it just is so integral, right? Like the story cannot take place without the world. And the same thing is, you know, for Stormlight. That's where some elements of Mistborn, I don't want to spoil Mistborn, but there's mists. The mists are cool, but the actual like locations themselves I found to be pretty lackluster intentionally. It's part of the world, but still I just felt a sense of history in this world and a sense of myth building as the story goes on. Um, so I'm definitely inclined to agree with you. I think it's really, really good